So in the last month or so, I've been reviewing a lot of New Balance releases. Most of them were the 9060 or the XC72 or even the 327. But for sure I wasn't expecting to like as much as I do this pair, which we're gonna have a look at today. Hello guys and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and also giving me a like. It will really help out the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm going to review in the next few days. In today's video guys, we're going to have a look at a pair of New Balance which for sure wasn't on my radar. So let's go ahead and take them out of the box, which as usual will come in your regular grey box, which will have the NB logo here on the top in this silver color. So let's go ahead and take them out. So in today's video guys, we're gonna have a look at a very interesting release coming from New Balance for this CT302 RS. So if I'm not mistaken, this one actually dropped around a year ago, and I need to admit that it wasn't on my radar at all. It really felt for me that this one is a very chunky pair of shoes with a very high and heavy midsole, which to be honest was actually half true. But most definitely, since I actually got this one, I need to admit that my opinion changed a lot. This one actually looks quite nice, the materials are good as well. I would say that for the retail price of just £110, this one is actually a very nice drop. So according to New Balance guys, this tennis shoe will actually blend the retro style with the contemporary technology, which will also feature an extra thick sole for comfort. And for sure, by having this very nice combination of neutral mesh and leather and suede overlays, for sure this one is a very interesting pair of shoes, which for sure it's looking quite nice. And I would say that even the retail price is not that bad either. So let's go ahead and also do a breakdown of this one guys. So as you can see, for this upper we're gonna have a very interesting design, where on top of this very breathable mesh material we're gonna have a few overlays. One of it will be this rubberized material here at the front of the toe section, but nevertheless on top of the toe section we're still gonna have some mesh window, which for sure will help in the actual breathability. So besides this rubber toe box, we're also gonna have this cream suede, which will be present here on the lateral and medial side of the toe section. And this one will also be present here for the lacing system and also covering the whole heel section as well. As in for the actual lacing system, we're gonna have these punch out holes, which will keep in place these flat and slightly chunky laces, and just underneath these laces we're gonna have a nylon tongue, which will have a decent amount of padding, but don't expect too much. And as you can see at the top, we're also gonna have this slightly bigger tag in this white color, which will have the NB logo in this red color on top. Continuing now in the midfoot guys, for this one we're gonna have this N letter in this gray leather material, which is actually quite soft to the touch. So this one will be present on both lateral and medial side as well. And this leather material will also be present here at the back just above the heel section. Going now inside of the shoe guys, we're gonna have this white lining, which underneath will have a decent amount of padding. And also at the bottom we're gonna have a rather thick foam insole, which most definitely will feel quite good underfoot. And this one will be in this white color, and here at the heel section we're gonna have imprinted in this red color CT302. So now guys, we can go to this rather high rubber midsole, which will have a very simple design. As you can see, this one won't actually be stitched to the shoe. And here on the lateral side of the heel section we're also gonna have this New Balance lettering, which is actually quite small. One thing which I will need to add is that it seems that this rubber midsole will add some extra weight to this overall shoe. But when actually having these ones on feet, guys, they don't actually feel as heavy as they do when having them in hand. So most definitely I cannot explain this. So even though we're gonna have this very thick rubber midsole, it seems that inside this one will have some extra foam, which is actually reflected in the level of comfort which this one provides. When I actually received this one for the first time, I really thought that wow, this is actually quite heavy, so for sure it's not gonna feel too good underfoot. But most definitely when putting these ones on foot, I was actually quite pleasant surprised. The level of comfort for these ones, it's actually pretty good. So now guys, we can finish with this rubber outsole in this white color, which as you can see will just have these grooves in this wavy pattern, which for sure it will have a very simple design, but in my opinion it's looking quite good. And here at the front we're gonna have this circular design, which around it we're gonna have a lot of New Balance lettering. As in for the actual sizing, guys, for me as I have a skinny feet, for this one I went with my true to size, and I can tell you that this one fits me just fine. Now we see that it's gonna be roughly the same for people with normal feet, but just in case you have wide feet, guys, most definitely I would suggest you to go with at least a half size up, just to make sure that this one is not gonna be overall too snug for you. So overall, guys, this release coming from New Balance for this CT302 range, in my opinion, is looking actually quite nice, nothing special. In my opinion, this one actually looks quite average, and I guess that's why I didn't actually pay attention to this release. But I'm actually glad that I managed to get this one in the last couple of days. I really feel that this one it's bringing quite good materials, and of course by having this rubber toe guard here at the front, the design it's looking actually even better. But in case you end up going for these ones, guys, for sure you'll actually be a bit disappointed, maybe if I can say, when actually receiving these ones. Straight out of the box, these ones will feel quite heavy, but as I said earlier, on foot they feel a bit lighter, so at least give it a try. For sure you will actually love these ones. So yet again, guys, even though this one is not one of your regular releases coming from New Balance, I feel that this range is actually quite an interesting one, which coming from New Balance of course will have good materials. So yeah guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of this new release coming from New Balance for this CT302. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm gonna review in the next few days. Of course, if you want to have a look at any of my other reviews coming from New Balance, you can check any of the videos which you have now on the screen. And as always, I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching.